Do you want to ask her real quick?
All right.
Yeah, dude. So I think it's green. It's working, right? Okay. Sick. Alrighty. Dude, let's go. I'm down. I'm excited about this, bro. Excited.
When I looked at it, there wasn't a leaf in the way, and I think it still is good.
Okay.
I think it's good.
There's a leaf in the way.
There you go. Cool. All right.
Who's covering you?
Who's covering me?
Who's covering your whole face?
That's
It's
unimportant
like literally
anyways.
your whole face.
Yeah. All right. So,
Okay.
where do you clip this on?
So I usually just clip it right here, so you can see it, or you get it here, but under your chin. This is a direct mic. It'll probably
Yeah.
work, but I'm just gonna hold it like this for you,
I
if that's
probably
okay.
will too.
Okay.
The audio quality is going to be crap.
No
and
worries.
That's part of what I need to solve. So.
Yes, let's
Anyways.
solve that.
Okay.
I'm down,
Thank you for filling that survey out.
dude. Absolutely.
Yesterday, I did this with Keith. I had
Okay.
him fill out that survey. I texted it to him around 11 a.m.
Okay.
And he filled it out, and then I met him at 12.
Okay.
And
Perfect. We love to see it. Keith is a good guy too, brother. What a guy, bro. ASMR. Do you want this, or you're good?
I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
So
Let you hold that. No.
yesterday, I prepared a little bit.
Okay.
Before Keith got here, I had something all ready to go.
Okay.
Today, I haven't.
Let's get it, bro.
And part of that is like I also kind of want to show you how my stuff works in ChatGPT a little bit,
Okay.
and what this process is like because I'm interested in your insight
Yes.
into this whole thing.
Okay.
So I just created a new project. I called it Summit, but I'm not. I don't think that's the final name of this podcast format.
Okay.
The reason I picked that is because I called the form you filled out, I've called it a scout out.
Yeah.
And the reason I called it that, just a little bit of background,
Okay.
which eventually I won't explain this in every episode. Like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have that somewhere else.
Right.
That is like, hey, if you're interested in
Right.
why I call stuff the way I call it,
Right.
here's the why.
Here's the feedback. Yeah.
But my nomad concept, did I tell you this yesterday about Abraham versus...
You did not.
Okay. Actually, my Bible's in the car.
Okay.
Cain and Abel.
Okay.
Cain kills Abel.
Hmm.
Then God sends him away.
Okay.
And he says, you will be a vagabond and a wanderer.
Mm.
And when you contrast his identity,
Mm.
which a wanderer is someone who's away from home, and a vagabond is someone who's running away from home.
Right.
Abraham is called a sojourner and something. I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
But he's a man looking for a city whose maker and builder is God.
Mm.
And he's a man who lives in the tent.
Mm.
And he never establishes an earthly home.
Mm.
And when I named Nomad, that was the contrast that I was thinking about.
Okay.
And I didn't want to call it Sojourn because my youth group growing up, our summer camp was called Summer Sojourn.
Okay.
And it was a road trip that we
Right.
would go either up north, up the California coast, or south.
Okay.
And every year we switched off, either north or south. And that was what they called hey, come to Summer Sojourn.
That's cool.
So I just didn't want to call it something
Right,
that
right,
already
right.
had an
Already had.
identity in Santa Barbara.
Right.
But now if I'm going to expand Nomad bigger, it's like I
Might as well.
probably will pull on it.
Yeah.
But there also was another group called Journey.
Okay.
And I didn't want to pick the word journey. I didn't want to pick the word sojourn.
Yeah.
I picked the word nomad because it felt like you could superimpose Abraham's identity into that word.
Okay.
That as nomads, we are looking for a city whose maker and builder is God.
Okay.
And we are exploring God's creation as we yearn for our heavenly home.
Absolutely.
So
Come on with
something
it.
like that is why.
I love it.
All of that to say, Scout Out.
Okay.
Where I pulled that from was I was thinking about the Israelites escape Egypt.
Yeah.
And they send the 12 to go scout out the land.
Yeah.
To go look at the land of Canaan. And then they end up, we're grasshoppers in their sight. And they're all scared. And it's like I don't know. That was what I was thinking about. I don't have a better connection than that. But that was what I was thinking about. I like, there's a little bit of biblical tie-in.
Yes.
But it's also a very nature-y word and all that. So then Summit, literally this is what happens. Just now, while you were filling out that form,
okay,
I asked, what is the temporary name for this podcast?
Yeah.
Is what I said. And then it gave me a bunch of stuff: Scout Out, Conversation Brief, Explore, Reflection. It was like saying... After it said a bunch of stuff, I said, I like the prep being called Scout Out, but I want the podcast name to fit in well with the Nomad theme and branding.
Yeah.
So then it gave me a bunch more ideas. If the Scout Out is what your preparation is, then what is the natural next step? After you scout something out, what's the next thing that you do? And either it's we're going on the trailhead, we're doing the hike.
Yeah.
We're doing the trek, the expedition, the waypoint, the campfire, the base camp, the summit. It was just my favorite option there. I just didn't think harder than that.
Right.
And I think eventually I will think harder than that. But
I mean, usually if it's your first intention of your first, what captures your attention first, that's usually the one. But I like Summit. Yeah, that's fire.
I could probably talk to this thing for another hour
Easy.
And come up with a better name.
Right.
But it's not that important to me right now. But something I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this, put it into this. So this is, I was telling you yesterday about folders.
Oh yeah, you can put it in.
And I've got Brad, Aaron, and Bob and Larry. Up till right now, this first Donovan pitch has been in Bob and Larry, which Bob and Larry is my ideas.
So sad.
And now that I have this, I ended up given a bunch of stuff in here.
Okay.
Let me do this. I'm about to do another podcast episode with my friend Caleb, and I already had him fill out the Scout Out. Can you give us just a brief summary of what I did with Keith yesterday and how we formatted Keith and I's episode yesterday? So, yesterday I gave him a little introduction. I talked about the Scout Out itself, which is what I'm going to find right here. We transitioned into the conversation. So I have a lot of thoughts about the thing that I made you fill out, and maybe we'll talk about that, but maybe not. We're going to figure it out right now.
Dude, this is improv. We're going for it.
But with Keith specifically, I told him I don't want to talk about the actual questionnaire that he filled out.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about improving that questionnaire.
Okay.
Because most of Keith and I's conversations lately, and I alluded to this last night when we were all talking, is it's been me trying to explain what's going on in my head, and it's less of a conversation between me and Keith, and it's more of a conversation between me and someone listening to me talk to myself.
Okay.
And with Keith specifically, I was like, hey, we've been doing too much of that, and I want to talk to you.
Right. Yeah.
So we went over his answers to everything yesterday.
Okay.
And I can show you some of his answers because it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I would normally show someone that I'm having this new with
Yeah.
I don't think I would show them a past person's answers.
Right.
But because we all hung out last night, I just feel like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not that big of
Okay.
a deal. It's kind of normal. Plus, you didn't say
Just shoot him a
anything.
text after this.
Yeah. Hey, I just uploaded the new thing. Sorry we talked about you so much. Sorry we talked trash
you were
on
the
you so much.
You're the star, bro. Okay.
So, sorry, we're still in like background mode.
I'm good.
In just a minute, I'm going to put your answers
Okay.
into ChatGPT.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to pull the answers that I gave to the survey yesterday before mine and Keith's.
Okay.
And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have ChatGPT take my answers and take your answers.
Yeah.
I'm going to have it put them together in some sort of short one-page conversation brief.
Right.
That you and I can then have something to look at and reference and talk about.
Yeah.
And ideally in the future,
Yeah.
what I want to do is I want to have a piece of paper.
Okay.
Because I draw all over stuff.
Nice.
And
So what you're saying, you need a journal.
maybe that's part of it.
This is good to know.
I'll show you just for a little bit of reference.
Okay.
This was something Keith and I went over last week. So this was a 4-page.
I'm gonna get him a journal.
Maybe it was only
I'm gonna
2
get him a
pages.
journal. He doesn't know it, but I'm gonna get him a journal. What? Oh, what?
This was like a couple-page thing that Keith and I went over.
Okay.
And like we printed this and then we just went over it and I scribbled all over it and wrote notes. And
Yeah.
as I was trying to explain this is what the topic was: modular cabinet client acquisition and delivery process.
Okay.
So the conversation Keith and I had last week that's up on my channel somewhere is we talked through this process that
Yeah.
I need a lead to be generated. I need my first response to the lead. I need some way to evaluate based on this first response whether this is a customer I actually want to service,
Okay.
Or if they need something that I actually provide.
Okay.
An internal review, preliminary package is like when I actually give them an estimate.
Mhm.
Then an in-home consultation is like after we've done a little bit of back and forth and I've had them fill out some forms or like fill out some information. Then I actually go to their home and like I can take measurements and talk through best options.
Okay.
Then I would give them a proposal, and
Okay.
then beyond that, I actually need to execute on what we planned.
Okay.
So everything is like phase 1 is qualifying the customer, phase 2 is designing actually what I'm going to be selling to them, and then phase 3 was actually fulfilling the order that we planned here.
Okay.
Because in cabinets, there's a lot of planning that goes into it. It's
Okay.
not like I have a website where I'm like, hey, just like add to your cart what you need,
Right.
and then you check
Right.
out. It's like actually the
No,
planning
we gotta
is
go plan
that's
this
the hard
thing.
part.
Right.
And then at the end of it, we order the cabinets. I assemble the cabinets. I prepare the job site. I
Okay.
actually install the cabinets, and then at the end of it, I have a happy customer.
Amen.
So like this is the
That's the system.
standard operating procedures,
Yep.
and this was like Keith and I went over this line
Yeah.
by line, and we just had something to reference and talk about.
Okay.
And as you can see, there's all sorts of scribbles all over the place because I was
A lot
explaining
of dollar bills. Yeah.
all sorts of stuff to them.
Okay.
So this is kind of what the goal is, and I haven't figured out yet how to
Okay.
take what you filled out
Okay.
and produce something like this.
Okay.
But this is only the second time I've ever done it. So
This is
I'm working
It's organically gonna
I'm working
happen.
on actually what
Yeah.
I need ChatGPT to do because I don't
Okay.
quite know what's helpful yet
Okay.
for these conversations.
Yeah.
But that's part of what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And my plan is, this is the second one.
Okay.
I'm trying to do 10 of these with this form that I sent you.
Okay.
I already have modifications I want to make to the form because I already don't like certain parts of the form.
Okay.
And maybe we can talk about that
Yep.
towards the end of this.
Okay.
But first, I want to actually talk about the real thing.
okay.
So-
Let's do it.
The goal eventually is to get something like this.
Yep.
And I think this is too long.
Okay.
Like I think I want like a one-page thing.
Okay.
That you and I could look at and be like, oh yeah, you're interested in talking about these things.
Okay.
This is what Nate's thinking about this week.
Okay.
Let's figure out how to blend those together so that you can look at a bullet point on a piece of paper and already know, like, hey, yeah, I put that in the form.
Okay.
I've kind of been thinking about it a little bit more since I wrote it in the form.
Mm.
I even have been thinking about what I should have said instead of what I did say.
Okay.
And then we were having a conversation about something that you already said through a form you wanted to talk about.
Right. Okay.
That being said, while I pull stuff from this Google form,
okay.
do you have any thoughts or comments on what I've said so far?
Any
questions, comments, concerns, snide remarks?
Yeah, no, honestly, I think that where we're going, I think it's good. I think it's organically going to happen, right? I think there's a lot of wondering, a lot of what ifs, and a lot of like the unknowns right now because we're in unknown waters. So I think that like everything that you're doing right here, since I'm only the second one, right? Like the person that you're having like a conversation, this podcast kind of vibe with. The only thing I would say, like maybe we can plug into chats, maybe, is explaining it in such a way of like because I'm thinking like hosts, like how do you be a host, kind of thing. Like what are the questions that I need to have a host? Because if you look at all like the news broadcasters and stuff like that, they have papers. So like when they're done with that thing they're talking about, they'll flip it to the back or they'll like away with it. Like, but usually it's kind of like whenever you see like a news anchor, they're kind of like reading off the script, but then they're also looking here, and they'll just put it, when they're done, they'll put it underneath. So in such a way, like I don't think you might need to do one paper. Like you might be able to have like more papers,
totally,
especially if you like to write. But if I were you, I would have it in such a way where it's like one side is like your conversation points, and then just for your brain is like this side is it's just text, and then the other side is blank, so you can doodle all over you want. So because it doesn't, then now your brain is not like, okay, shoot, I wrote over the lines that I should have said, but now I scribbled over it, and now I don't know how I'm gonna bring this about. So just on your part, maybe like text on one side and another side is blank. I don't know. Totally. It doesn't have to be that way, but yeah, I think everything that you're having right showing me is gonna happen organically. Yeah. So yeah.
And to me, on that topic of like the news broadcaster,
yep.
They have a process
of
how they get the person that they're going to interview and figure out what they're going to talk about.
Beforehand.
They have some sort of system that they brief
yes.
the person on, or they give them notes, or maybe they don't. Like I don't know what I've never been in broadcasting.
A lot of the times they do give a very like kind of like what you're doing, like hey, this is what we're going to talk about, but they kind of like if it's like a news report, they're going to say like, hey, like say if you saved a child like from like sinking or like drowning, like they'll go to the hero and be like, hey, we're going to talk about like, hey, what happened before, like what did you notice, like this is this, and then it's like, what did you do? And low-key, it's kind of be like tag, right? They're going to ask a question like the same questions that you see that they gave them, like, hey, what did you do this week, why were you at the beach? And then you'll answer it. So it's everything that you're doing right here is totally like, it's just your way of doing it, but it's the same thing that news anchors do. So
it's my way of doing it, but like it's my current way of doing it.
Right. You want to refine
because I don't know what the right way to do it is.
Yeah.
And if I had been a news broadcaster for 20 years, I might have a better starting off point.
Right.
But it's just not what my history's been.
Not mine either, but yes, I got you.
So
okay,
maybe that's someone I need to have on.
Okay.
It's like, hey, you're kind of in the news world.
Karis.
Yeah.
Karis did. She wanted to be a news anchor before this. Yeah. She did a lot of. I don't know how she did it, but like I know for Roosevelt, her high school, shout out Rough Riders. She basically was the news anchor the morning. The morning. Hey, good morning, fellow students. Like today's meals, we have this, blah blah blah. The football team just won this, and they did they had the whole news anchor room. She actually went to like the news station she wanted to go to school for this, so probably a best bet to talk to her. Be sick, yeah. But more on that later. We'll lock in on with this. I like what we're doing here. So talk me through so you just copied and pasted everything.
So I'm actually going to inside of this.
Okay.
This new project that I have.
Okay. And how do you pin things? Is that something like pinning?
Yeah, I can just like pin
You just drag it to it.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out later.
I think you can only pin a certain amount of things.
Oh, okay.
But I've pinned. I don't remember how I got these here.
No worries.
Okay, I'm gonna have a new chat here.
Yep.
I'm currently in the middle of my podcast episode with Caleb, and I've had him fill out my first draft of my Scout Out Google form, and I want to take his answers and my answers that I input yesterday, and I want to have you guide us through the conversation that we're actually going to be having on this podcast episode. And what I think I want is kind of a bullet point type something to go off of, because I don't necessarily want to be doing a ton of reading while we're in the middle of this conversation, because it's us reading is less interesting than us talking. And I think what I want is some bullet points so that we kind of know how to stay on track, but can still have the ability to have free-flowing conversation. I skimmed a lot of reading, so that's why.
Sick.
I don't know.
It's one thing we got to work on. You, Chet. You got to talk to us now.
Because I don't want to read this whole thing. It's going to be the end of the episode. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why a little.
All right,
bit of
come
this,
back to be continued.
A little bit of this needs to not be
right.
on. Like this needs to be all prepared beforehand.
This does. Yes, I do believe that.
Because this is like the
right,
and because you're leaving tomorrow.
Right,
so
right.
We're just kind of rushing through this.
We're going. Yeah.
And that's okay. But I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah, whatever you can do in the front end, like being proactive on it, right? It'll save you so much time, so you can have those valuable conversations. So, no, again, this is just we're organically going for it, bro. Improv.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew this, but I just learned it.
I don't know. Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, I hit Shift Enter to be able to get to the next line.
Oh, yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah.
I learned that this week, man.
Oh my god.
Like that's where I'm at. So
that's real.
there's your answer.
Okay. Yeah, I've learned that with like ChatGPT that it's like the go-to thing is like how you prompt chat. Like it is all how you prompt, and so
Yeah.
I actually been learning that too. Of like, what are the right things to say to chat? Because it'll do whatever you want it to do, but it won't. Like maybe it advises you here and there, of course, right? But the goal of I want to try to do better on is like how to prompt it exactly to what I want it to do. So that's something I'm learning too.
So I actually said it wrong. Yeah, that's something I was trying to do.
You know Command Z, right? Like something like deletes, you can just Command Z. Okay. That's something I learned. I learned it before. Like, I think I learned it like right when I was getting into college, but that was something that was like I didn't know because I like deleted all my stuff, and I was like, oh. And my wife told me, she's like, no, just Command. I think it was Command Z. I hope it's Command Z. But that's something I learned. Okay, magic is happening.
Magic is happening.
Magic is happening.
So, sorry, I was preoccupied and I didn't listen to much of the last thing you just said.
Don't even worry about it. It was probably nothing. No, it was just me.
I'll rewatch it on the tape.
Yeah. Listen, I'm talking about. Let's talk to Nate about this.
Okay.
I was kidding.
I think for this go around, I just want to take the raw.
Yeah.
I don't really want to prompt it any more than I have so far.
Let's go.
I think we just kind of go over what it gave us together.
I think let's try. Yeah.
And then we can talk about whatever is in this prompt.
Okay.
We can talk about anything.
Yep.
But I don't think I even want to like talk to ChatGPT anymore in this chat.
Just
Like if
to
you've
see.
got something you want to talk about and
Right.
you want me to show you something,
Right.
I'll totally will. I can
Cool.
start a new chat, but like I just don't want. I don't think I need to do any more prep.
Okay.
Before we just dive into it. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm gonna go make sure it's still recording.
Yeah. Let's
And
go.
We're 25 minutes in,
Oh, dude, this
and
is
now we're just gonna start.
this is
so-
it. This is how we do things here, boys and girls.
Yeah, now we're just gonna start.
We're cruising now.
So I haven't even read your responses yet.
No, you haven't.
I haven't.
We just literally.
like chat has
literally
read.
just-
Chat knows better your responses than I do right now.
Wow. Okay. Let's go.
So
You're about to learn a lot.
we're just gonna go down this.
Yeah.
And if I could show you something, I didn't even put in any of your answers to this because I don't know how.
Oh, I wouldn't even
Like
know how
yesterday,
either, bro.
yesterday I went like this, and when I do this, it's not like it's
It doesn't-
not actually copying.
Right. It doesn't
your-
copy the check marks.
Yeah, it's not.
You might have to
copying the check
manually put in
marks.
that, yeah.
So I just yesterday when I did it with Keith, I wanted to use that for something because I think it's valuable information.
Right.
Especially you spent so much time on it, and maybe
No,
maybe
yeah.
I'll just read your answers here.
Yeah.
When someone shares a new idea with you, what's
There
your first
has to be.
instinct? To ask questions and understand it better. Think about how it connects to other ideas. I usually need time to think about it.
Yeah.
Even just after a conversation yesterday,
Yeah.
I could have answered that one for you. I think you need time
Real.
to think about it.
Right.
You need time to sit and
I need
have a
to-
process. And like
And my go-to thing is like,
digest it
I
and
need to
write
sit on that
down.
for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
When you're trying to understand something difficult, what usually helps the most? Talking it through, seeing a visual example, asking questions, breaking it into smaller pieces. Totally. That makes sense.
Mm.
I appreciate how thoughtful you were answering these first questions.
Amen.
And I didn't want to tell you in the car, hey,
Right.
those ones don't really matter. I'm not even going to use
Bro,
them. I
this
didn't want to say that
guy,
to you.
bro.
I don't want to say that
this
to you
guy.
because I didn't. I wanted to let you go through
Yeah.
the process
No, I did.
as I set it up
Dude, yeah.
because I need to set up a better
I
process.
think that's the excitement about it. I'm glad you didn't because I would have been. I'm glad I answered it organically.
Yeah.
You know, I answered it truthfully on that part.
And
Because of course I would have
did-
done it already, but
Like I did discover by watching you fill it out, I need to take out the choose up to 2. I need to take
Yeah.
that out of there.
I think that was
'Cause
like
it
my
threw you
help.
off.
It threw me off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Because I like there's so much that. I mean, there's like maybe 3 or 4. There was one that was like. It was like the whole thing, bro.
Yeah,
But I've got-
totally.
Yeah.
When do you or where do you usually have your best conversations? While working on something together, one-on-one, in a small group? So when you say when working on something together, do you
Yes.
mean like when you're at church setting up chairs?
Yeah, I like so I learn about myself super quick. I learn about myself like I like working in teams, like so like this, like one-on-ones, maybe 2 or 3, 4, like not a big group. Of course I can handle big groups, so like I can do that, but like I think for me, my creative juices, I can do it by myself, but like I start getting inspired by other people. So like working together could be like a small group, like at a church setting. It could be just like the boys, like say if it was like you meet Keith, or just brainstorming. That's when like I think that's when it gets. I need more than one, not just me. Like I need more people in it. So yeah, I think that's the best way I can answer it for you on that. Yeah. But like everything that I kind of like put right here, I just need people. Like I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So like I need to have that like extra opinion. Like say if I say something like, I don't think my answers are gonna always be correct. So having somebody to like filter it and then like shoot another thing at my way, and I'm like, oh, I like that idea too. So yeah, or I like that idea better. So yeah,
I need that same thing.
Right.
I need people.
that's why we're doing this right here.
That is why we're doing this, and that is kind of the whole point of
Right.
why I'm trying to set up some sort of infrastructure to
Okay.
have more thoughtful conversations and to have a little bit of preparation to keep myself on track, bro.
Okay.
It's because I know I go down so many rabbit trails, and I need a little something to be sitting in front of me so that like, hey, I'm trying to keep myself on
Right.
track.
Right.
So during a great conversation, what role do you naturally find yourself playing? You ask a lot of questions, sharing stories, solving problems. You didn't check teaching, encouraging, or challenging ideas.
Mm.
Listening, connecting ideas together, making people laugh, helping keep the conversation moving.
I do like that too, and I'm more of like those though. But I will keep the conversation moving. I like
Totally.
doing that too.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I like keeping it going. That's why I can go into like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Right.
Yeah.
Karis
Do you have
gets
any
mad at me.
thoughts or more comments on that question?
I mean, I think that's not. It's self-explanatory, right? I think that it's good though for you to see like. I think this is great because like, say if you get this beforehand, you can see how that person really like handles like. Is it going to be a dry podcast? Like, are you going to have to keep the conversation going? Like,
Totally.
will this be a back and forth thing? I think those are great questions to ask because it just gives you a perspective on your guest, and I think that's great.
And a problem I see with it
Okay.
is the person who's answering the question has to be honest.
They have to.
They have to be good enough at self-reflection
Right.
in order to answer the question. Because it's
Right.
like, I'm assuming you answered it honestly, and I'm
Yes.
assuming you're good at analyzing your own self,
Yeah.
but you might not be.
The world
Right,
may never
like-
know. The
So
world may
it's
never
like,
know.
I don't know how useful this first section is.
I think it is useful. Like I truly do. Like I think it just, even if it is just that, like you just need to see a little insight on that person. I think it gives you alone like data, like you love systems. So like it just helps you build this. Okay, the conversation we're about to have, I need to look at it like this. If you want it to look like that, because then you can even plug it in like, hey, these are how they answered it. How you can ask ChatGPT like, how should I pull the trigger on this podcast? Like, how should I maneuver through this podcast? So, long story
And
short,
maybe something that maybe a benefit to it is
Yeah.
I can have you answer it ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I kind of get a little bit of context based on
Yeah.
what you think of yourself.
right,
And then we actually have a conversation.
that part,
And then I can look at, hey, based on the conversation,
yeah,
was the answers actually true? And I don't need to, like, not for the purpose of telling you, hey, you lied,
right,
but just for the next conversation I actually have with you.
well, yeah,
Hey, Caleb said he was this way.
Yep.
It is true,
Yep.
but he's also got this little. So next time I have a conversation with him, I know that I
yeah,
can, to be a better conversationalist, I know
Yeah.
that I can. To be a better conversationalist with you specifically,
Yeah.
I can do X, Y, Z.
yeah.
And maybe that's too meta. Maybe that's too scary. Maybe that's not a helpful thing.
For some, maybe, but I think,
maybe I don't want to share with people. That's what I'm doing it for. But like, it could be a thing I could do.
Yeah.
And that's where maybe it would have value, even if you don't answer it honestly, and
Right.
even if you don't
Yeah.
aren't good at self-reflection.
right,
Maybe I can figure out how to. I know how you view yourself
Yeah.
based on what actually happened in the conversation I have.
yeah. You might get that with the youth, like if you do this as a nomad thing, right? You might get that with like the teenagers because they're trying to figure out themselves. So like maybe dumbing it down, not dumbing it down. I apologize. Like more like simplifying it
Totally.
in a sense, because you know, giving them smaller bite size like
Totally.
answer question, like the questions.
A lot more like this or that.
Yes, this or that,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I
don't.
think that would-
I didn't develop a cool
No.
personality test.
All right,
And like it's not like,
how cool are you, bro?
well,
What's the
that's not what I mean.
oh
What I mean is I didn't make this to be a personality test.
okay, good.
Like in the personality test,
Mhm.
it is a little bit simpler of questions.
Yes.
It's like scale of 1 to 5 type questions. Like
Right.
they're just a little bit easier to answer.
Right.
But I could tell just by watching you trying to answer these, like this wasn't the simplest thing to answer.
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
No,
Correct
no.
me if I'm wrong.
I think it was. I think it made me think. Right. I don't think it was not simple. It's just maybe it made me have to like.
you had to
shoot,
do a lot
like
of
what-
self-reflection.
Yeah, I had to like.
Yeah.
Oh, when I am in a small group, like, am I having these conversations? Actually, let me think. So I know myself, right? So like, but what you're saying too is like, if someone doesn't really know, how they work, like
Yeah.
how they work in a group, like yeah, this would probably be like confusing for them. But I think a lot of people that you're gonna have on board on this is gonna be simplified.
Totally.
Into this. But yeah,
And I do want some stupid people.
okay, cool.
Like
Yeah.
I do, because like that's part of it too.
Right,
And I think you're a smart guy.
right.
So it's like some of the things that you're gonna say would be true
Right.
when I'm dealing with smart people, but I'm not
Yeah.
always dealing
Right.
with smart people.
Right.
And I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. I like talking to
Okay.
smart people, and I also like talking to dumb people.
Okay.
I like talking to. I
Yeah.
don't really care who you are.
Okay.
I do just kind of like talking to people.
God created you wonderfully and
I've
beautifully.
always loved talking to homeless people.
Yeah,
It's super interesting.
dude, they have great stories.
Great stories. But I
They
would
had
say
nothing
they
but time, too.
Yeah, I would say they probably aren't the best at self-reflection. Probably not.
No.
And maybe that's too like that is a very big generalization.
Right.
But I would say it's generally true. So,
Right.
anyways, what usually gets you excited enough to keep thinking or talking about something?
Okay.
A new idea. Option 3.
I looked at.
checking that.
Was
one.
it the option 3 up there? Right, the one up there. Like so, I counted down. I went 1, 2, 3, and I read it again, and that was option 3. What's option 3?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
It like
I thought
it
that was
just- no. It's like it's an editing error.
Oh my god! I literally read the. I went back up. And I read
Hilarious.
the question. Yeah, sorry.
Well, yesterday there was one that said option 4,
Interesting.
and I deleted it. So I don't know why it
Interesting.
says option 3. I think it just
maybe you
like,
left it.
spontaneously
Maybe you left
added
a
or something.
blank one, and it was just
Maybe
like.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
A meaningful relationship, faith or theology, business, building or creating something, personal growth, technology or AI. So maybe you would have answered more things.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
probably. I definitely would have. I mean, like faith definitely would have been a topic too.
Totally. Yeah.
But
I
like
assume.
my I love personal growth. I love technology, and I love like figuring out like system, like creativity. Like
Yeah.
if I'm not creating, I am.
You sure this isn't the girl from yesterday? You positive?
No, that's not her. No, she had like glasses. Like she needs glasses to wear. Like yeah, that girl she had binoculars. Bro.
Gotcha.
No, she looks similar though. Similar
Well, you know.
because she's black.
Blah.
Black.
When someone explains something really well, what usually makes it click for you?
Okay.
A real life example, a personal story, seeing the step by step process.
I need steps, bro.
Yeah.
Like I need to see it. So like when you were actually, I have her open here. Like when you were, this is my like big idea brain dump. I'm so glad you were the first one to brain dump in here. Not to say I'm going to use it. I'm just saying like it was just cool to see like I needed to see those steps that you were talking about,
Yeah.
and I think it's at the front too, if I'm
The
not mistaken.
ladder
Yeah,
or
the
something?
ladders. Yeah. Sorry, it's at the front. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I needed to see those steps, and I needed you to break it down so I can see. I'm a visual learner, so like
Yeah.
seeing the steps, maybe even walking through the steps, like that helps me learn, and then I'm going. Like I'm a fast learner after that. But yeah, gotta say that's a big one for me.
Something that I've noticed about myself
Mhm.
is I usually don't get it on the first time. So what I've been trying to do more of
Mhm.
is like I've got a training that I'm going through right now.
Okay.
I'm like the first time I'm trying to like get every single little bit out of it. But what I've noticed about myself is if I just like watch the whole thing through and can just like see it from start to finish and not really worry
Yep.
about trying to actually learn.
Yeah.
Then if I go back and restart, it's like, oh yeah, I remember them talking and I know how it's gonna relate to a thing
Right.
down the line. It's the same thing, like it's really helpful for me
Right.
to read through just from start to finish in 2 hours the Book of Romans.
Yeah.
If I just like read it through
Mm.
all the way through
Mhm.
and don't really worry about understanding
How
every
this
little
the
piece of it,
applications, the nuances. Yeah.
don't stress
Right.
that. Don't stress about it too hard.
Not dissecting it.
Just read it all the way through, and
Right.
then over the next couple weeks, like
Dissect
actually
it.
just chapter by chapter,
Super
chapter
smart.
a day. Just like
Yep.
I've noticed that helps me to
100%.
be able to see the whole picture
Yep.
And then after I understand the whole picture, then kind of just like meticulously chop it up and go through it.
Okay.
Which I would say is part of why I do things the way that I do them. And just like starting stuff before I'm ready is because it's like, well, I just want to know what all the problems are ahead of time, so that as I'm thinking through how to set up each step to work out well, it's like I know how it's gonna lead into the next step because I've already done it a couple times.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That's good. I love it.
What kinds of conversations usually leave feeling glad you had? I saw something from a different perspective. I felt understood. We came up with a new idea together. We had honest disagreement. We strengthened our relationship. I 100% agree with I feel understood.
Mm-hmm.
It is really hard to have a conversation and at the end of it be like, you just didn't understand.
Right. Walked away with
It's
nothing on the table.
It's hard to have those with your wife.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Shout out last night.
Hey.
But it was real. It was good. I think those are moments that you need, like being understood, being heard, feeling respected. I think that just as a human, I think we need, like, humans need that. Like, just anybody needs that. Like, I don't know anybody who's like, no one needs to understand me. I'm just out here. I think there's maybe you can feel that way for a little bit, but like over time, you want to be understood. Like,
totally.
You want to be heard. I don't know if that's just how God wired us, but like I think that's like, I would say like that's literally like almost everybody I met like in my lifetime. They want to be understood at the end of a conversation, right? If I'm going to have a conversation about like my day, like I want you to understand like what happened about my day, like, or if like my cat died or something like that. I want you to understand that I'm sad. Like there's under everything, it's like being understood. So that's why I picked it.
Absolutely. I think that's like
there's probably more I would have picked too, but
that's like the most important one.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a keeper.
Yeah,
it's real.
I like having disagreements.
I think healthy disagreements are good. I think more people need to have that. No one knows how to like have a healthy conversation of disagreement and without like I feel like there's always emotion to the point where it's like it is so eggshelly that you can't even just have those like real talks. Politics for one, like no one can talk about politics without throwing like a brick at somebody, I think there has to be more of those. So that's why I've like learned to me like it's like, dude, have a thick skin but a soft heart of like understanding someone, because if you're just always like my heart is just all so bitter for everything, I'm like, nah dude, we're not gonna get anywhere. You're not gonna be understood. You can't even understand the other person. Like there ain't gonna be nothing moving after that.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Which topics naturally catch your attention?
Yeah.
Faith, leadership, family, marriage, parenting, creativity, psychology, money, personal growth.
Yeah.
Are you a reader? Do you read?
I'm now getting to more reading. I'm reading a book called, I answered it on one of the, it's like what to say to yourself when you talk to yourself or something like that. Something around that area of like your words matter. And I'm just trying to like, I like personal growth in a sense of like I like maybe problem solving too. Like maybe if there was a problem solving thing, I love problem solving. I don't know if that was an option on there. I didn't see it, but like I think for me, I like the brain. So like I love working the brain. And then reading it's coming to me, but like I like journaling now a lot more. So like more journaling. And I just got this little ebook. This thing is like a tiny little ebook reader. It's like a Kindle, but
how does it work?
It's basically like it has a micro SD right up here.
Okay.
And then you basically, plug it into your laptop. You purchase the ebook or the EPUB book
you can download it and put it on
it on here, and then it comes as more of a PDF, but like you download it into here. I need to get this thing called Crosspoint.
Do you have any on there?
No, I literally just got it, and I need Wi-Fi to get all the stuff on it.
Gotcha.
But maybe tonight, I don't know. I'm thinking about like this week or tonight. I'm gonna put like different books on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just got this, and I was like, bro, this is gonna be clutch because that goes into my little journal. So I'm excited about it. Magnetically sticks right there.
Dude, I think I saw an ad for this.
Dude, I know, bro. It's called the XT Ink. It's pretty sick. There's a Mark IV version. Cool, I have the older version, so it was like only like $50.
And does it stick right onto your phone?
It can.
Yeah.
So I would just have to stick this, but like
Yeah.
it can stick onto there too. It can.
It doesn't just naturally stick.
I don't think it
try
does.
to grab my phone to see if it's stuck to my phone.
I don't know. Maybe let's see. I don't think
Like,
it does.
Does it stick to like the?
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like you've got the mag.
I can be like,
phone.
right.
Sick,
Oh.
bro. Because that's how I saw it on the ad. Is someone had it like this, and they were just like
Look
had
at
their
that.
phone flipped over, and they were reading like
That's crazy.
backwards on their phone.
Okay. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that.
Kind of sick, bro.
Guys, we just learned something new today.
Yeah.
Keep it right there for right now for the rest of this podcast.
Okay,
Little minimalist.
so I wasn't really expecting to go through all those.
No
'Cause
worries.
I didn't go through them with Keith,
Okay.
but maybe there's value in it because that was fun.
That was fun.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
But now I think instead of reading your responses,
Yeah. Let's see what chat say.
I'm just going to come up here to what the summary is,
Okay.
and then we probably will reference the.
This is good because I love to see what chat says too. I don't know. Let's see.
All right.
Big ideas.
This is how it. Can you see? Is there a glare? Or are you chilling?
I can see. I can totally see.
I'm gonna make sure that's still going.
Yeah, let's see it. Make sure wifey didn't call.
$46 minutes in.
Okay, we're good.
What time is it?
It's I
2:15.
haven't watched it.
The
2:15.
game started. Are you chilling?
Dude, I don't care about this game, bro.
We'll see the second half.
My heart is broken regardless.
Yeah.
England. No, it's okay. Yeah. I just want Argentina to lose, so it's all good.
Okay, I'm just gonna read it.
Okay.
I actually think this is a really important distinction and builds directly on what you've been discovering over the last couple of episodes. What you've learned from Keith seems to be this. The form is not the conversation. The outline is not a script. The outline exists to help you notice interesting intersections before you start talking.
It's good.
That's a subtle shift, but I think it's the right one. For a podcast, I'd aim for something that fits on one page and can be glanced at in 2 seconds.
Mm.
That's kind of what my gut feeling is.
Mm.
But at the same time, kind of similar to that long page that I went over with Keith, that was helpful because I'm trying to like go through something complicated.
Okay.
And honestly, let me show you something. Okay. This is my Nate Johnson operating system.
Okay. I gotta
And
figure that out.
channel.
It's working.
Okay. Nate operating system and direction document.
Okay.
These are 2 videos I made 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I have these forms that I produced from those videos that I made.
Nice.
And in those videos that I made, I read past versions of the forms that I have had
Okay.
on like AI context documents
Yeah.
to have AI know some things about me and
Mhm.
all that stuff. But I used the video to help me create these documents where it says it's 14 pages.
Okay.
But it says this is what the purpose is.
2.0.
This is the executive summary of Nate. This is my foundation. Faith is the foundation underneath everything else. God is real. The Bible is true. Life should be lived in alignment with biblical principles. Family is a primary ministry. Work is a form of stewardship. It's like I had it make this whole thing about me, but it says my core identity, I'm a teacher.
Mm.
And then it says a bunch of stuff. I'm a systems thinker. I'm a relationship builder. I'm an infrastructure builder.
Mm.
I love gathering places.
Yeah.
We talked about that yesterday,
Yep.
and when you said that, I was like, yes, like,
Yeah.
that's exactly right. I love a place where people can gather
Yeah.
and feel like they belong. They
That's
like
good.
have some sort of community. Like, anyways, this is a super important principle that I have.
Okay.
If something is not visible, it's very difficult for me to work on or even to remember. This
Real.
is kind of hidden, and I don't really have it anywhere.
Yeah.
I've tried to do this. I've got like a compass.
Okay.
It's like a very short version of this,
Okay.
where it's like my foundation is I honor God, I love my wife, I raise my children, everything else comes after that.
Okay.
I've got my focus, I've got my role. I have intended to read this every day,
Okay.
and I have not read it once since I printed it. I printed it maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Stick it on your bathroom wall. You be
So
like,
yeah, I mean, I got to do something. I need
laminate
to,
it.
I need to put it on my. But that's what this principle is about.
Okay.
Like if it's not visible,
Yeah.
I can't. Like I don't do it.
That's smart. You already know yourself, bro. That's good.
This is long, but so I'm not really gonna.
Okay.
But I have this long thing, and my intention is once a quarter or once a month or
Okay.
whatever it is, to just read through this.
Yep.
And give all of my updates and changes, and like, yeah, that really hasn't been true about me lately. I've actually been good about, even when stuff isn't visible, I've figured
Okay.
out how to keep it on the front of my mind, like interesting stuff like that.
I would encourage you to put it on your calendar, like your native app on your iPad or your phone, whichever one.
Yeah.
But like, have it a reminder. Like you can go before and like have it remind you, like, hey, this is the day that you need to update it. And you could go back and update, because I know it's probably gonna be, life is gonna move fast, and then you're gonna be like, I totally forgot to do it. But yeah, that's great.
All that being said, sometimes having a super long thing like this is good and helpful.
Yep.
But a lot of times it's not.
Okay.
I don't want all these videos to be just me reading a document with a friend. Like that's a pain in the butt.
Okay.
And it doesn't, like, that's me talking to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, unless I'm reading your document that
Right.
you made, this isn't how everyone operates.
Right.
And I want to, the purpose of this, what did I call it? Summit?
Summit. Yeah.
The purpose of Summit.
Dude, the purpose of Summit. Let's get
The
it.
purpose of Summit isn't so that I can talk to myself.
Okay.
It's so that I can talk to other people
Okay.
and have thoughtful conversations with other people, and to navigate together through the things that we're collectively thinking about, or have time to individually help you think through something you're thinking through,
Yeah.
and individually help me think through something I'm thinking through. But I don't want it to only be, hey, come join my podcast so that you can help me. It's like, well, it's like I want to have a conversation.
Okay.
Like I do want to have a conversation.
It's good.
So,
Yeah.
and something I've noticed with Keith is it's like, because we've mostly been doing reading my documents, it's like, it's mostly me talking to myself.
Is that your realization, or he's voiced
That's
that
me.
too?
He hasn't voiced it to me. So maybe he
Maybe you
doesn't
should-
feel that way.
Maybe you should voice it and be like, just sneak it in there. And be like,
Well, I have.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's what I did yesterday.
oh,
And that's why I
Okay.
told him I don't want to talk about my
Mm.
form.
Right.
I want to talk about your answers
Wow.
on
Yeah.
the form. And dude, like, I will scroll up to his answers because they were interesting.
Yeah.
He said, we just read his answers, or at least one of them real quick.
Right.
Honestly, the first one. Describe anything you found yourself thinking or talking over the past week or two. It doesn't have to be important, just something that's been occupying your attention. Apple's WWDC event and all the cool things that creators get to experience by attending the event and seeing the new AI tech that Apple's working on behind the scenes.
That's pretty cool.
Like,
I would
I don't
have
know.
never known.
I wouldn't have ever known.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
part of it is because I'm being a bad friend, kind of. Like that. No, just straight up. That's part of it. And I don't want to be a bad friend.
That's good. Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to.
Maybe this podcast is being like, hey, being a better friend. Like, this is a good way for you to like. Of course, we're locked in already, but like, in a sense of like, it's a good way to like process with your friends of like, hey, what's going on in your life?
Yeah.
Like, kind of like dads catching up, friends catching up. Like, hey, let's just talk. Like, so that's good. I mean, we're already on
Not
that same way.
Not every episode
Right.
needs to be the same.
Right.
And some of it, when it is just like hey, I'm thinking through a hard business thing and I
Yeah.
want your opinion on it.
Right.
Maybe there's one type of form that I send when that's what the goal is.
Do you want a niche? Like do you want like a certain like this is, or is it, you just want to be a vast like,
I don't know if I care at this point in time.
Okay. But later maybe?
But I'm trying to figure out how podcasting
Yeah.
can help Nomad.
Okay.
And part of it is helping develop whatever it is that I'm developing to sell and produce and all that.
Mm.
But part of it also is like documenting the fun side of the adventure
Mhm.
part of it
Mhm.
to use as promotion for the thing itself.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like
Like testimonies and things like
people
that.
need
Stuff,
to
yeah.
be able to see the value in it.
Okay.
And what better way to show someone the value than to have a conversation
Mm,
with someone who has gotten tremendous value out of it.
right.
So,
That's good.
anyways, all that being said, at this stage,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to niche. I'm trying to figure out what do I actually like.
Okay.
What
That's
am
good.
I actually good at? What do I like? Maybe at the end of this,
Mhm.
I'm like, that sucked. I don't even like that.
Okay.
Like, I don't like talking to Caleb.
Right.
I don't like
Right.
talking to black people.
Right.
Like, I know I'm never talking to a black guy again. I know I'm never talking to black people again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're like, these
We
son
are
of
a racist
You're
podcast.
racists.
So,
Team Argentina. Oh my god.
all that
Okay.
being said,
Yeah.
I'm in like a discovery phase.
Okay.
I'm not trying to niche right now because
Right.
I'm still figuring myself out.
Okay.
I'm still figuring out what do I like and what am I good at and what
100%.
do I even want to do.
100%.
What is worth building?
Right.
So I'm in a little bit of discovery.
Okay. This
And
is
I
great.
Hope by the next time I've got,
Dude, yeah.
because the next time I see you, we're gonna do this again. I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. I hope so. I hope that.
I'll
I
make
hope
you
this-
put on a helmet or something.
Yeah,
So
dude.
that it's not a black guy on my podcast. But like, we'll do something.
We'll just give it extra makeup. Look like Michael Jackson over here. Oh my lord! Yeah, we could do it, bro. I'm down. I think this is great.
But I'll have a better iteration of this
Right.
by then. I
Right.
hope.
I think you will.
Yeah, I think I will.
100%. You already have the drive to do that. So it's like
Yeah.
it's gonna come naturally. I think you knowing you now, like just seeing how you process life is that like you need to process everything. Like you need to get it all out so that when it's like getting molded and shaped and refined, you're at least like you said, like you would rather talk to 50 strangers of like, hey, what does this look like? What da, 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 da. Now you're like, okay, now I can pinpoint where it's at. Like this is it. So yeah, I won't even give you any hints on that, but like in a sense of like you just know that it's gonna happen organically, rather whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Yeah, definitely by the next time we're here or like whenever that comes, like I think you guys are gonna be set in sales. Like, dude, it's gonna be sick. Right now, it's just building.
Yeah.
Building process.
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
Honestly, a simpler version of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna tangent real quick.
Do it.
A simpler version of it might be for me to answer this first question. What's
Mhm.
been on your mind lately?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just have 10 things
Hmm.
that I'm processing through, and I have something make that list of 10 things for me.
Yeah.
And it's my guest's responsibility to fill out a questionnaire so that I can grab 5 things, 5 bullet points for them.
Mm-hmm.
And of my 10 bullet points, then I'm just telling the guest,
Mm.
hey, pick one of my bullet points and one of your bullet points, and that's what we're going to have our conversation about.
Yeah. Could
And
be.
then we just stick with those bullet points. And
Yeah.
if it's like, well, that wrapped up in 20 minutes, then it's like, hey,
Yeah.
do you want to keep talking or you want to wrap up? Oh,
Okay.
you want to keep talking? Well, pick a bullet point from either side and we'll just keep going.
Yeah.
But primarily, we're going to make sure we hit one of yours and
Yeah.
one of mine.
It's good.
And then if we're going to continue, like if we get through those first 2 bullet points in
Right.
5 minutes, it's
Right.
like, oh, well,
All right. Good talk.
maybe you're not a good guest and maybe I want to end it. Or maybe you are a good guest, but we just need to go through more things because you're so
I can
smart
just-
that
I
you
can
help
just
me.
see this. I can see this going to the point where it's like, you're just not a good guest. Get off the screen. Oh my god, bro. That'd be so funny, bro.
Have you seen the Jubilee series, The Button?
No.
No?
What is this on Netflix?
No, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
We Like Cody Co. Do you know who that is?
I have to see faces.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
There's this dating show called The Button.
Okay.
And basically it's
Like,
like
dude, it's the red button.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and like, the
and
click.
it's like when it lights up, you can hit it and you get a new partner. But maybe that's what the podcast is. It's just like, all
You get a
right,
lot of
sorry,
people.
bring the next guy in with his bullet points and let's see if it goes better because that sucks. That was just the worst.
Hey, that'll be awesome. I think one episode has to be like that, bro. That'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
so funny, bro.
Oh yeah,
That could be humorous, bro. That could be a
Totally.
bit. That could be a bit.
100%.
I like that. That's funny.
dude. I mean that like Keith and I 2 years ago when we were talking about it,
Yeah.
it was mixed in with college ministry,
Oh, okay, cool.
and it was mixed in with like, hey, what
Which is great.
college
That's
kid
awesome,
doesn't want to be on a podcast? Like
Right.
they're listening to podcasts all the time.
Yeah.
What if you used it to structure your college ministry
Right.
of just like, hey, we're gonna. This was Keith and I's idea.
Okay.
At our church, there's a little creek.
Okay.
And I wanted to build a little in that creek somewhere,
Okay.
a little tree house or something.
Mm.
That when you're meeting one-on-one with a college student, you could meet them at the church, walk over to where the creek is,
Mm.
go on a hike for a
Yeah.
little while, and if it was 3 of us, it's like the hike is part of the podcast episode.
Okay.
And it's like you're just kind of getting to know each other until you finally get to the tree house and you sit down.
Yeah.
And then you have something prepared.
Right.
Where like I didn't have all this concept when I was thinking about that with him, but you could do it that way.
Good.
But then you sit down with the college student, and
Yeah.
then you're having thoughtful discussions about the things that are important to them that they wanted to
Yeah.
touch on, and you're giving them insight into what you're thinking about, and you keep it to things that are ministry related.
Right.
You start telling them like, oh yeah, I'm dealing with this parenting issue with my
Right.
daughter, and this is kind of where I'm thinking about with it, and
Right.
why I'm thinking I want to do things this way, and all
Right.
that type of thing.
Right.
But then beyond that, it's like maybe they've got things that they're working through. It's like, hey, I'm having this difficult conversation with my roommate,
Yeah.
and I don't know how to honor God with this
Mm.
boundary that I need to set.
Okay.
But that was part of that college ministry
Yeah.
podcast idea. Because like, what college kid doesn't want to be on a podcast? It's
Right.
like kind of fun for them, all that.
Super
ahead.
side tangent.
No.
I mean, my mind is thinking too. Is there a significance of why you want more of like a video podcast rather than just an audio podcast? And then if so, off screen or on screen, we can talk about it like later. But like, is there such, because like I know there, my thing is that like you want to talk about the topics, bro. And if you have more of like just mics and talking, and you don't have to really, I mean, you can take a snapshot like to make memories, like, oh, snapshot, or maybe do videos here and there. But like your sole thing is like a podcast on the audio podcast stuff, like just more audio rather than video. You will get more, you won't have to worry about the, oh shoot, I'm messing up on time, or oh shoot, like how am I going to store all this? So is there a significance of why you really need the audio?
That's a really good question.
Video or audio? So
The significance is it's how I consume.
Okay.
I don't listen to podcasts on Spotify.
okay,
I listen to.
would you listen to yours?
I listen to long form YouTube videos.
Okay.
And I don't always watch what's going on, but when I'm doing the dishes, I put it up there, and I have, because YouTube is where I go.
Okay.
It doesn't matter that there's video there,
Okay.
mostly.
Okay.
But when I'm watching like a debate, I watched this past week Jordan Peterson and
Mhm.
Richard Dawkins.
Okay.
And I didn't really watch it, but I was mostly listening to it. But every once in a while, I would glance at it and
Okay.
But to answer the question, I don't know. I think that's all that it is because that's where I consume.
Okay. No, listen, I asked that because I'm just more of like, I don't want you to like, I don't want it to be a solidified thing yet. Like, of course, like working it out, but like maybe even talking to Keith, shout out Keith, like, hey, what does it look like if we just did an audio stuff? Because we follow some guys who are like, I don't think you have to pay for it. I don't know. I think you just dump it on there. And you just, a lot of our stuff that I have on my podcast, we have followed this pastor, a youth pastor. He does some fun stuff, but he just invites people over. He's like, actually, it's just going to be a 10-minute talk of me talking about my life, of like, hey, what's going on? And it's like more of a time capsule moment of like, hey, capturing the moments with our friends, but it's just audio. And if you already are listening, of course, like YouTube's your go-to thing, you drop it on there. I don't want to take all your time on this, but like if you're just listening, like might as well just like look into the audio. It might save you a lot more money in the long run too. Um,
To
and it's
me,
probably
it's
fun.
like if you have the video,
Mhm.
it can go on YouTube.
Okay.
And if you have the video, you can detach the audio and put it on the podcasting platforms. So to me, it doesn't seem like a worthwhile like it doesn't seem worthwhile to cut the video out of
Okay.
it. But I don't know why I feel that way. And
Yeah.
I think part of it is like in some of my earlier videos,
Mhm.
I would sketch things out and like show the camera things.
Okay.
In some of my current ones where I'm doing stuff on my computer, I like that I can see what's on the computer in the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Because I want to do more visual. Like this, like the fact that you can see us just
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Okay, that's why I was asking too. Like in a sense, my brain is like when you're talking, my brain is also like I kind of like think so crazily. Like my mind is just going places and stuff like that in a good way. I'm just like, hey, like I think your biggest thing is that you want to hear your audio so you can put your transcripts in it and you can just upload things.
That's part of it for sure.
But then at the end of the day too, it's like maybe you can work up to getting to the video part, like and just stick it. But it's good. I love this, but I'm more of like my mind is like if you're just gonna listen to it because a lot of times I hear you say it's just I'm listening to it, so you don't have to go further. But this is
one
great.
that I did the other day
Yeah.
with Keith and Michelle. I'm going to do this one because there's no audio because it got cut out.
Yeah.
But it was helpful because it was like we were talking about these cabinets.
Okay.
And if they were ever going to go back and reference this,
Yeah.
it's like we're talking about physical things.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's like the reason I wouldn't gravitate towards isolating it to audio only is because I think it would limit the creativity in my mind of like what I'm actually doing and what purpose I'm actually trying to accomplish. Because right now the transcript is a tremendous purpose.
Okay.
But ultimately it's like I do want to make training. Like if I'm going to be a cabinet guy, I do want to make training videos.
Right.
If I'm going to be onboarding someone, I want them to be able to watch a long discussion.
Yeah.
So I don't have to rehab that same discussion with them.
Yes.
And that's partially that's true.
Yeah.
But partially it's like I want to make videos to help teach my customers things.
Okay.
And I want to be better at the video process so that I can make shorter videos that are more informative.
Yes.
And because it's like I want to teach my customers about different things and I don't want them to watch an hour-long podcast.
Yes.
I want to just have a good title with a good thumbnail and a good 2-minute video about door styles.
Right.
What door style are you going to pick? Well, here's your 8 options, and this is what the benefits are of these, and you can kind of see how the lines look better here.
Right.
But you also have these. Some
and you
people
won't be able to
prefer
see
these.
that if it was just a pod, like if it was audio. I see what you're saying.
I just like But if I'm doing cabinets, I want a long series of videos on those topics to be able to point my customers to so that they can navigate through difficult decisions.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Perfect, bro. I'm just my brain. I gotta ask. So that was good.
All right.
Okay.
That was a long tangent.
No, you're good,
to
bro.
Get back to. We started talking about Keith.
Oh my god!
And now we haven't even gotten into
anything Keith.
You said we're probably an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh my god,
now.
it's okay.
Caleb episode guide.
Okay.
Big idea. Caleb's big idea. I don't know if you know what your big idea is, but chat does.
I hope it lines up to what I was thinking. I don't know. Let's see.
Well, why don't you give me the idea?
Oh, maybe it's
telling me that you're gonna give me an idea.
Oh, maybe it's the prompt.
Maybe I need to
prompt it of like, hey, pick the.
Maybe I need to tell it fill out the episode guide. That might be the next thing I need to do.
Yeah, maybe you could tell it like, hey, what is Caleb's big idea? Like, from what you saw, like, what is the? Can you give me a summary of what Caleb is thinking from each section, from each question, or something like that.
Oh, I wasn't even reading the right thing. Okay. All right.
Oh, what's the top one?
I was reading the one up above.
No, you're good. You're good.
That was an accident. Episode big idea.
Okay.
All right. We're good. We got the real thing now.
Okay, we're cooking.
How do you build systems that help you become the person God is calling you to be? Apparently, that's the big idea that we're going to talk about in this hour-long podcast that we're already an hour and 10 minutes
Sick.
into.
Okay. Then we will talk about this. Yes.
Maybe
Okay.
the right thing to do
Okay.
is to break this into 2 episodes. Unless you just want to keep going, because I'm good to keep going.
Oh, in a sense, right now.
In the sense,
we're starting
end
now.
This,
yes, let's do it.
And either do this right now, or do this like in an hour from now.
No, let's do it.
I think we got to do it right now.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. Do you want to stop it and then start it?
I think I don't know.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I guess I want to make sure it's still going.
Yeah.
It's still going. I think we just go.
I think we go for it, dude.
I think one long thing is great.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm down.
All right. Caleb episode starting now. Action.
Hey guys, welcome back to Summit.
We're making a special exception on this white cat
on this
podcast to bring a black man on.
He has ashy knees. He did not put lotion on.
All right.
He loves Kool-Aid. Sure, I do like Kool-Aid actually.
Episode big idea.
Okay.
Like I just said.
Okay.
How do you build systems that help you become the person that God is calling you to be? That seems to connect almost everything both of you wrote. I don't know what you wrote still. So.
Okay. Am I answering that question, or are we gonna?
No, I think we're just gonna
go for it.
I think we're just gonna go for it.
Okay.
Thread 1: AI as a tool for thinking. Nate. So this is giving us what we should talk about. This isn't really giving us the questions in order.
Right.
But let's see. AI as a tool for thinking. AI integrated scout out, AI interviewing people, better questions, understanding how people think, ChatGPT as a thinking partner. Caleb, your questions made chat think about AI for special education, AI reducing paperwork, ChatGPT helping you process through thoughts, and AI working for you rather than replacing you. So I think you understand a ton of what my answers are. Because we've mostly been saying what's going on in my brain.
It's like Men in Black.
What I want to do instead of saying anything more about me, tell me about these bullet points as it relates to the questions that you answered and how you answered it.
Yes.
Tell me why chat thinks that you are thinking about AI for special education.
Yeah. I think for me right now, it's that like my season that I'm in. Going to school to become a special education teacher. Hoorah, let's go. Rainbow Warriors at UH, going to be my senior year. The big reason why I wrote that is that a big factor, a big kind of fork in the road is that special education teachers do a lot of paperwork. The beauty behind this AI, why I'm talking about the AI, there are some developments, but like I think it won't be in a way I can publish it, but more of like how I can use it for me, and learning how to do it is like, instead of just always writing paper, because a lot of our thing is like, it's data collection. So all these data, I need to write it now for the IEPs, their individual, their paperwork and stuff, and their progress reports and stuff like that. So I think for me, it's like, how do I get all these data that my paras are putting in, my teacher aides are putting in, put it into like an AI factor, have it analyze it, and shoot out something that I can have it write out. Like in a way, like I'm not saying that I wouldn't have a fingerprint on it, but like, how do I be more of a present teacher and not having to take work home? I think that was one big thing too. I don't want to take work home. Like when I'm home, I'm home. I know how to turn it off too, but like I know being a teacher, you do have to do like the report cards, the writing the IEPs. You have to take the extra steps in doing that. I think ChatGPT or AI can really benefit teachers, especially special education teachers in that area. I also wrote I don't want it. So a big thing Karis is always like, you use AI too much. Like like I feel like you use it to process, and I don't want to ever lose my thinking. Like I know I can think for me, but like I want to throw up on chat so it can regurgitate of like what you just threw up. I want to refine this for you, Caleb. So I want to use it as a tool, kind of like budgeting. Like money is a great thing we have, but if you don't have it, if you don't give it your money a job, it'll it'll control you. So I'm trying to use AI in that way of like not for it to control me, but like to give it a job. And that's why I love how you have those like different pins. Like I have a Bob and Larry. I have a Erica. What's her name? Aaron. And Brad. Those are great outlets where you can just dump things in, and it'll just refine those things. So that's something I want to do in the special education realm.
And it's probably the type of thing you were commenting on. Your paraeducators have to write up reports,
Yes.
and then they submit that to. There's probably something you can do where you can explain in a thread or in a document. You can explain, hey, I get these from these people and these from these people.
Yes.
And I write these things. What I need you to do is to take all that and summarize or format or whatever it is into that document that I have to submit to the parents or submit to the whoever it is.
Right.
And it would just be developing that system.
Yeah.
And you already, like, it's kind of beautiful because you don't actually have to, like, I'm having to invent a lot of systems.
Right.
But you already have things you're supposed to give the parents.
Yeah.
You already, like, you already know what the outcome is.
Yes.
And that kind of makes it easier.
Right.
Because all you're doing is instead of you having to sift through the data, you're just having it sift through the data and you reading the summary and be like, well, that just doesn't even make sense. Let me fix and edit that.
Right.
Something I learned. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's something called Canvas mode.
Yes, I did learn about that. Yeah, I do know Canvas mode.
It's kind of cool. I didn't know about it.
It's pretty fire. I do all my presentations on it.
Editing it in Canvas mode. That's what makes AI learn how you speak better.
Right.
Because what I've been doing is I just copy and paste what it says and I can edit it in my email inbox. But if I do that in ChatGPT, it starts to learn how I actually phrase things, and then it makes less mistakes next time. Right. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
if you really want it to reset, it can always reset. Like it's cool. I think this is a great tool. So I want to use it as a tool rather than it use me as a tool. That makes sense.
So I think I understand pretty well that you're thinking about how to use it in special education specifically to reduce your paperwork.
Right. Like I think for me, it's like I want to be present, like in the moment. Like a lot of the times, and teach their own. Like I see a lot of seasoned teachers, they just burn out because the paperwork is too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a burnout teacher because if I know this. Like I know how to use this. A lot of these old teachers are 30 plus years in. They're not wanting to learn this. So like for me, it's like, oh, if I can use the upper hand and like build a tool. Let's just say if I build a tool, something like how you're like saying like a pamphlet, like I can have like teachers, scan it and be like, hey, I need to use that for my class. Can you send, like, how can I get this? Yeah. Maybe if I want to be a blessing, give it out for free, or I give it out for like $5. If I have like teacher $20, whatever, I don't know. Like how you said, like those stairs, like that blew my mind because I was like, that's something I really want to, not like yours, but like how do I make an app? Because I have a pastor friend, his name is TJ, super fire dude. He made an app for all churches in our community to build out their ministry. It's kind of insane. It's too hard to explain, and it will take forever too. But like building an app through this or any AI tool and have it be like a data tracker to the point where it can write summaries, it can write your IEPs, and all you have to do is just click of a button and it does it, and it brings you back into the classroom instead of burnout or paperwork and all that. So
on the topic of you've got older teachers who don't want to learn how to use it,
right?
I would say the value in you actually dedicating yourself to a good mission,
yes,
and deciding I want to do this
Mm.
to the very best of my ability.
Mm.
I want to make this I want to do this to the best of my ability and to something that doesn't drive me crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I want to love what I
Going
do.
down
Yeah.
that endeavor, it does allow you to figure out how to create the right systems in
Yes.
place, which is something that would be valuable to the other people that have your same job, exactly like you're saying.
Right.
So there is a benefit to being young
Yeah.
and to having a different perspective than the older teachers, because from the older teachers' perspective, it's like, well, I've only got 5 more years and I get to retire. Why would I rework? I've already figured out how to get to this that I'm okay with.
Right.
You know what I mean? For them, cutting the time that they need to spend in half, it's just not that important.
Right.
Because it's well, I've only got to do it for 5 more years. So
Right.
it's either I'm going to spend 40 hours a week times 5
Right.
or 30 hours a week times 5. They're not that different. So
Right.
why would I bother?
100%.
So
Yeah.
at the early stage
Yeah.
and with the vision of well, if I actually can create something that's useful and helpful for me to use,
Right.
who's to say I can't create something that's useful and helpful generally to use?
100%.
It's
100%. Yeah. And I think new teachers coming into there's too much burnout. Everybody just quits too easily. I think we're in a generation that doesn't know how to build tough skin too. But if it helps ease that pain of teachers leaving,
of course.
and just focus on being better, just being present teachers. I think that's how you're saying, it's so important. The people who are leaving, who got 5 more years, 3 more years left in their tank, and the people who are just starting, it helps weather each or so. Yeah,
That's what business is about: solving people's problems.
yes,
That's what business is about.
And that's why I checked off business. Yeah.
And the problem that you're addressing
Mhm.
isn't how do I be a better paraeducator teacher. I mean, that's
Right.
part of it. But
Mhm.
really, the problem that you're solving is how do I avoid burnout?
Right.
And for these other teachers, how can I help other teachers avoid burnout
Yes.
and to live out? And from not everyone views it in the terms of God, but
Right.
God has called them to be ministers
Right.
to these special ed students.
100%.
How do I prevent burnout for these
Right.
people?
No, it's so
And that's the
literally.
problem you're solving with what you're talking about.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think for me, it's the fact that I think that's something I haven't surely ventured into yet, but something I really want to get into more of. And I had time this whole summer to do it. I'll be honest, 100%. I didn't start, which I should have, but I got the next 3+ I have years ahead of me to start. I think I want to do it truly for me, but if it works out for me and I like it, I want to put it out to the public. If for this, for what you're doing, it's I'm just testing it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least I know I put effort into doing that for me and it worked. And so if I have that secret sauce,
it kind of makes it feel more purposeful for actually doing it in the first place for
Yes.
yourself, because you're seeing how it would help and benefit the next people.
right.
It actually makes it easier to, because there's a lot of things where I'm well, I'll just suck it up and deal with how
Right.
hard it is to get this job accomplished, because it's I'll just push through it.
Right.
I won't worry about systematizing. I'll just use my muscles instead
Right.
of my brain.
Right.
But eventually it's no, if I use my brain, it's actually going to make the next time I have to do this easier. And if I ever want to help someone else do this, it'll make it easier for them to do it too.
Absolutely.
And if I view things through that lens, it makes it actually, you feel like you have more of a purpose.
Right.
And
Right.
it's hard to do things if you don't feel or see the purpose in it.
I think that part is huge for me, because I don't want to feel like I'm not there's no purpose behind what I'm doing. That's why I always say that's why last night I was kind of, this is truly what you call me, but it's I do feel purpose to this community, and I don't think that God would not give it to me if this wasn't on my plate, because no one really wants to do this field. It is. Everybody always says, God bless you guys, you are doing God's work, and I'm you're right, but then we also need the support in that, and I don't think there's a lot of support in that field. I'm learning that there's not a lot of support, but if I can help support in this way, that'd be sick. Yeah, sick, bro.
I feel good about thread 1.
Thread 1 is good. Yeah, let's go to thread
That was
2.
kind of helpful.
That was sick. Yeah.
Thread 2, responsibility changes you. This is the biggest surprise connection. Nate said marriage, kids, employees, responsibility creates focus. I think this is because I talked about in the question that asked about like what is a conversation you had recently.
Oh, yeah.
I told you yesterday the Tina conversation.
Yeah.
I think that's what my answer was.
Okay.
And that's why it's pulling that out of there.
Sick.
Caleb, marriage, respect, trust, wanting kids, wanting leadership, growing spiritually, counseling, becoming stronger.
Yeah.
You already mentioned last night's conversation. Ask Caleb. You said something shifted your thinking. What exactly shifted? Why did it shift? What are you going to do differently? Notice. Don't answer yet. Let him finish. Oh, sorry. I didn't really read that all that well.
It's like Anchorman. Have you seen Anchorman?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no. Yeah, we can answer that super quick. Like, I think something that was super needed for me to hear was your perspective, and then your wife's perspective, and even Julie's perspective too. Of just like I think I'm low key scared to have kids, like genuinely, because I just feel like I need to have everything set. I need to have a career path. I need to have this, that. But how you said it's like, I've only heard people say that you'll never be ready. You'll never not like it. You'll just figure it out. But I never heard somebody say like it actually will shift you in a whole nother gear as a father. Like it'll shift you to make that more money. If you're worried about making money, have a kid. I was like, that made me like lean in, because I was like, I never heard that. And then when you said like it actually shifts you to make more money because you want your kids to be taken care of, you want your wife to stay home. You can't have all those things, but like you want that, and so it is going to make you go into another gear. And that right there, kind of, I'm still sitting on it, and I feel so much peace about that when you said that, because I never had peace about it when people said like, oh, like you'll just figure it out. I'm like, that doesn't help. But like when you said that, I was like, there was assurance to it. Like you will figure it out, Caleb. Like there's not just like, as a husband, and I figured it out. You're a smart enough guy. Like God wouldn't give this to you if you did.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even give you carrots if you didn't know how to figure it out. Like,
100%.
So I think that part for me, and then when your wife told me, or told everyone, us in general, it's like, I'm so much of a dreamer that I feel like when Karis, like, big thing, like Karis was like, I just feel like I was not respected. She didn't trust me. Like she didn't respect me and didn't trust me. And there was moments where she was like, if this is how it's gonna be, like I don't know if I can do this with you anymore. Kind of like alluding to the fact of like not saying but saying divorce, not saying but saying, and it scares me because I know she knows back in their mind that I fear rejection, but like we broke up here and there. Like, well, we broke up once, but it was because there was miscommunication on her end, and she broke up with me, and that put me in the back of like I don't know, like every time we have a big uproar, you're alluding that you want to leave me.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not perfect. So I have anger. I get mad. I get snappy, but like I feel like my mind shifts into a thing where I was like, you're gonna leave me, and I don't know what to do, but I like to verbally process, and you're the only person I can process with. But I'm learning that like these are the moments where I can have these talks. Like maybe she can't handle it in this season right now. Maybe she genuinely needs me to be grounded. But like I have outlets to dream, but like she's the person I want to dream with, but she's not in the dream world right now. So, and my dreams are not crazy. I think I like the hypotheticals. So
Totally.
that's
it also is like, when your wife brings you a problem, sometimes you're not in the right frame of mind to help her handle or deal with her problem.
Right.
Because you've got a lot going on too.
Right.
It's the same, like that, that happens inside of you.
Right.
And it's frustrating when you're trying to bring something to a person you need to, because of necessity, you need to process through it with them.
Yes.
But they don't have the capacity to help you process through that thing.
Right.
dude, it's only gonna
Mm.
keep happening
Yeah.
when you have a kid.
Right.
Because now your wife has had a long, hard day with a kid, and you're
Right.
like, well, I've got to process through this thing
Right.
of this work thing, but she also needs to process through this kid thing.
Right.
And it's like you just have less time.
Right.
So, this is what I think.
Yeah.
They're closing it.
They are closing at 3. Okay.
I'm not going to stop this, but
Okay.
I am just going to pack up.
Okay.
And then we're just going to shift outside because they're cool if we sit outside.
We can sit outside.
Yeah, and we're just going to keep this moving.
Yeah, dude. Let's go.
And while we pack up,
Yes.
the other thought I had about what you said is, you know this principle that I said to you last night. You just know it in a different way.
Yes.
I'm positive that you've heard this before because I think everyone in ministry has heard this before.
Okay.
God doesn't call the equipped. God equips the called. You heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the exact principle that I laid out yesterday.
Right.
It's just I'm changing what it is that you're being called to.
Right.
I'm not saying we're not talking about pastorship.
Right.
With that commentary, what we're talking about is he's called you to be a father.
Right.
And now he's going to equip you to be that father.
Right. Right.
So it is the same principle. It's just applied to a different thing. So.
That's real.
Let's just go on the Home Depot website and see if it's because it may not be from there. Because I don't want you.
Could you throw that away from
I
me?
can throw this away for that. I was going to ask.
We'll see if this. I don't know that.
This way?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Sick. Oh, do you need your phone? Oh, you got your phone.
Yeah.
Sick. You want to sit on that side?
Yeah. Shady over there.
I think so. It has a tree. Let's see. Yeah. Unless do they put these chairs up?
No, they always say, hey, you can sit over there.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you want to sit over there?
Too.
Okay.
Well, maybe just right here.
Huh? Right there?
It'll be less of seeing both of us, but this will be able to look at the computer.
Yeah, bro. Also, nice day out too.
So, tangent.
Let's go.
Part of why I want to not be filming on my phone,
Okay.
is